Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it was just 6 years ago that our product ended up in the beauty supply store. And I drove 2.5 hours roughly to retrieve those products to let everyone know exactly where we stood. So at this particular time, I want to give you some insight on exactly what took place at that particular time. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rudolph Artis, founder and CEO of Influance hair care products. I'm standing outside for a beauty supply store who has illegally obtained our products. So today we're going to go in and we're going to have some dialogue with the owner of the beauty supply store and see exactly how he obtained them so that we can regain access of our own products and inventory. We will continue to remain true to you and uphold our mission statement and remain out of supply stores, ladies and gentlemen. But stay tuned. We know there's a lot of dialogue going on social media, and I have not sold out. I will continue to remain true as Influence Hair Care is here to serve you, the professional cosmetologist. Thank you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy what's about to take place in the next few seconds. Thank you very much. Now, what I could really appreciate was the level of concern that the professional cosmetologist had at this particular time. It was really a humbling experience to know how much they cared and how much they respected the brand and where they want and how they wanted it to remain salon exclusive. So at this particular time, I really felt like I had a responsibility to uphold our mission statement and to be true to it and to let everyone know where we stood. Not only just the beauty supply stores, but more importantly, our loyal customers who have supported us over the years. There he is right there. Your name? Your name? Lee? Yeah. Okay, how you doing, sir? My name is Rudolph Artis. I'm the founder and CEO of Influance Hair Care Products. I really can't believe I walked in there with the box, you know, but with everyone coming in and all the calls we were getting from customer service and everything, and with people reaching out on social media, you know, because of their frustration where our brand was. Here is your I really felt like I had a responsibility, you know, and with that responsibility, it was just second nature for me to just walk in there with the box and retrieve our goods. I knew exactly where our products would be, in the middle aisle, top shelf. I just wanted to take that time to show everyone exactly where we stood, but more importantly, the beauty supply stores, because that's just something that we were not going to allow them to dilute our brand. So let's keep rolling. That you obtained under another license? And I just simply want to just end our relationship, one that we never started, and just simply pay back for what you paid for the cost of these products that you obtained. Yes, I'm prepared to pay you by check. End our relationship, one that we never started, and one that we will never start, you know, because of, you know, where our loyalty lies. Yeah, the lady's license number next door. Okay, we don't care. It was just second nature for me, you know, and I'm educating Mr. Lee. And as Mr. Lee is so shocked that I came into his establishment with a box, you know, he was really open and kind of nervous himself. So I think he had somewhat of an adrenaline rush as well. He wasn't prepared for me to be walking in there with a box, but I knew I didn't have to really introduce myself. With me walking in there with a box, he probably would think I was gonna be walking out with something without paying for it. But I was gonna be professional enough and I came prepared to have a check with him to pay for all the goods. So as you can see, I had the receipt in hand and I'm just prepared to pay him for all the goods that he retrieved illegally. Yeah, no problem, Lee. We'll be right out of your hair in just a little bit, sir. Yeah, man, I tell you, you got it going on. You got quite a few professional products in here, but I believe we're gonna remain true. We're gonna remain true to our clientele base. So I look forward to returning you your money. I tell you, how about you give me some of your inventory on hair so I can go out here and sell? We're gonna do inventory on that, Lee. I'm gonna get you squared away real good, okay? I came prepared. You got anything in the back, Lee? I'm sure you do. I'll be back. I will be back. I want to send Mr. Lee a message, you know, the fact that, you know, this was, I was going to pay him as many visits as necessary. If that product kept popping up on the shelf, I was going to keep popping up in his beauty supply store. And I don't think he was prepared to see me on a daily or weekly basis based upon the experience that we had today. But I'm quite amazed that Mr. Lee was so honest and so nervous that he let me know he had some more product in the back. And so I thought that that was very interesting to know that Mr. Lee really didn't even know what he was selling. It was the fact that the product was being requested constantly when he was going into when people were coming into the beauty supply store. And so he felt the need to figure out how to get the product. Not only did he have this, but Mr. Lee went back in the back to retrieve it because he didn't want to see my face again.
On these products, making a big mistake. We're gonna sacrifice and keep our product out of the store. I ask you to make the sacrifice and get your inventory up and buy a product that's gonna stand by you. I can continue to guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, that as long as I'm behind this product will stay out of beauty supply stores. I challenge you to get on board.
That was just my nature, my second nature for me, just to try and educate our clientele base, to really understand the importance of using a professional brand. So many times, it's difficult for individuals to use a product and retail it and brand their business with a product that's over the counter. It dilutes their brand. And so the reason why I wanted to make sure that we retrieve the product out of the beauty supply store, because it dilutes the Influance brand, thus diluting your brand that you're using in the salon. Just educating the clientele base on entrepreneurship.
Okay.
What's crazy is that when you have a vision, when I first had a vision of starting an organization, I envisioned about building a brand that was so strong that the beauty supply stores wanted access to it. At the same time, I knew that if they ever got a hold of it, I knew that I would go in and retrieve that to just let them know where we stood. I'd already visualized this, so it was really second nature for me to go in there and retrieve it because of, something you work hard for, something you visualize, and that you just want to let everyone know where you stand with it.
Only one. What I'm gonna do right now?
Only one say.
Because they don't come here expecting to get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only one say.
Yeah. One too many. One too many.
Yeah.
No.
Should be zero.
Mr. Lee was upset. He just got the product and he made one sale, and I had to let him know it was one too many.
When you get the money back?
Because he should not have it, and he will not have it.
You apologize to my professional customers. Oh, sure. Look right over here, Mr. Lee. Oh, right here, sir. You apologize to my professional cosmetologists. They've been good to me.
Now, I honestly and truly wanted Mr. Lee to give the professional cosmetologists and barbers an apology because he wanted the revenue coming into his establishment as opposed to going to the professional beauty salons and barbershops. And that's where our marketing concept and our loyalty lies. Mr. Lee just pretty much wants me out of his establishment.
Right here, sir. You apologize to my professional cosmetologists. They've been good to me. Love you, cosmetologists. Now y'all, let this go by.
Right there, you can sit there and say, I love you, cosmetologists. And that's really what all this was done for the love of cosmetologists and barbers, and just to make sure that ultimately we have a brand that we can call ours.
This is how much this is for those. You can add that up.
This one and
this is, right. I got that one, Mr. Lee. I ain't gonna forget you. No, I'm not gonna pay you shipping now, Mr. Lee. Now you got it illegal. Now I'm definitely not gonna pay you for what you paid to get it
The
shipped.
Lee want me to pay him for shipping.
I'm not gonna pay you shipping.
Why?
You got it shipped illegally. You shouldn't have had it.
Just
Look in that camera and say I'm sorry for asking for shipping.
Mr. Lee refused to apologize for any of his wrongdoings. wanted to let him know he wasn't the only entrepreneur in the building. For him to even ask for shipping, I felt was disrespectful. On top of the fact that he had a product line, wasn't supposed to be in the beauty supply store, was the ultimate disrespect. He knew he was wrong, but at this particular time, Mr. Lee, as you can see, is a little upset, and at this, he pretty much wants me out. We're doing the adding up of everything that I owe him, minus his shipping.
Ladies and gentlemen, he just asked me to pay for shipping. Can you believe that?
So as you can see, I had a wider range of emotions while I was in there.
I commend you, Mr. Lee, for how you buy your product. You buy your products in bulk. I would like for you to come and teach a class to my customers. No, seriously, I would like for you to teach a class to my clients who don't understand the importance of retailing. I look around at your store and I am just amazed at your inventory.
Now, this was a little funny, but it was also a serious teaching moment as well. I just look at the inventory that Mr. Lee has in his establishment. I'm amazed not of what he just had, just the overall inventory. And I just think about how we can sometimes buy inventory. And inventory should align directly with your level of expectation with your business. Your inventory should align with your preparation and planning with your business. There's no question in here that Mr. Lee owns this building. And this is some things I caught off tape. You know, he owns this building, he owns the building next to him, but you look at his inventory and you can understand how he thinks and why he's in that position of ownership. Just thinking how we buy inventory, making sure that we have an abundance, not just for the week and not just for the month, but just think about how you buy inventory and how you can improve upon that. But Mr. Lee, I would love to catch him, get him to do an awesome class on YouTube or something like that, where educate and see exactly what his thought process is on inventory and entrepreneurship.
That your inventory. You buy bulk.
No,
Could you explain your business philosophy on why you buy such bulk? Could you talk to us a little bit about? Talk to me a little bit about that. You buy all this product because you expect to sell it. Who do you expect to sell it to, Mr. Lee? All these products you got in here. You got all this inventory. I want you to teach a class to my customers. Who do you expect to sell this product to?
all this product is we direct to order.
Yeah.
Direct order. Some item direct order. This product. Whereas organic manner.
Yeah, Mr. Lee is.
Who are you expecting to sell this product to?
Mr. Lee is a wise businessman, and I just think we could just learn from just looking at his establishment. And sometimes, if you don't understand the whys behind something, you see someone that's successful, you copy.
Show me how you do it.
Yeah, I wanted Mr. Lee to show me his business philosophy, and that's where he walked away. I believe because that's top secret, like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Trade secret. So, I just think that at the end of the day, there's a lot to be learned.
13 years ago, I had a business, start this business. That was on September 9th, 2003. It's ironic, this is almost 13 years later.
Yes, 2003.
September 9th, 2003. Now, it's September 6th, 2016. I want to congratulate you for being one of the first beauty supply stores to get a hold of our product. You did a good job, Mr. Lee. Good job.
Yeah, I wanted to congratulate Mr. Lee for being determined to get our product, and that was 13 years from the vision and actually 10 years from the actual product being out in the marketplace. He would shake my hand, but he still wouldn't apologize, and that's just really burned me up about the overall situation.
You should give me an interview? Yeah. Okay, you let her know I'm coming. Mr. Lee.
At this particular time, just being a little humorous with it, but, Mr. Lee, actually just wants me out of his establishment right now. I have the check in my hand, and he will not even take the check.
Don't forget your check. Mr. Lee running from his check. Got them all shook up. If you don't mind, just skim the aisles and let's just go down there and just see everything, the inventory that they have, so my clients can see how serious this is.
You know, when we skimmed the aisles, it was eye-opening on several levels. One, to see the different, so many professional brands that were not supposed to be in there that were there. I just felt that this was a prime opportunity to separate ourselves from the different brands and let them know exactly where we stood, and that's what we took the opportunity to be able to do. As you can see, he went back to the back, he retrieved the products that he had that wasn't even on the shelf, but he had a surplus of stuff, expecting to sell what was on the shelf, and then something to go back in the back to restock that with. And so we were able to go back with all of that.
Sometimes a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, they're going to really cooperate. And this was just a prime example of being professional, although I was very upset on how they obtained it. And he realized that he got it illegally. So because of how things were handled, I really can appreciate how Mr. Lee handled and conducted himself. And just know that where we stand, not just today, but over the past 13 years, and for the next 13 to 30 years, as long as I am in control of this organization, this product will be a professional line of product.
You know, ultimately, I have to thank Mr. Lee for his cooperation. I guess he was shocked that I came, but I came prepared with the check. I really appreciate the respect that he had ultimately after introducing myself and knowing what my purpose was for. He wanted to cooperate, and I really appreciate. Ultimately, I wish he would have still given us an apology.
So that we can take our business to a whole nother level. I look forward to doing some different things with you all in the very near future, and we shall all talk soon. You all have a great day. Talk to you. Bye-bye. Nobody move. Nobody get hurt. Thank you, buddy. Right next to the beauty supply store. Unfortunately, depending on how you look at it,
You know, I can't even believe I walked out of here with these boxes like this.
Young lady allowed the owner to order product under her name, on her card, and then had them shipped over to the beauty supply store. Here we are in partnership with professional cosmetologists, ladies and gentlemen, and I need your help. We need your help. And to sit there and allow someone else to order products through your license, it's not in your best interest. We're going to remain a professional line of product, and there's very few companies who stood the test of time, but we are determined to stand the test of time and to keep our products exclusive to you all, and you all have to know the benefit of using an exclusive line of product. Stay true, and we'll stay true to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you do have to understand the importance
Ladies
of an
and gentlemen,
exclusive
we're back
brand.
here,
And
you see Mr. Lee was a little upset at the end, so
now we're going over to his wife's place.
Want to take the check. We're here at,
Which he has another beauty supply store.
Stores, and as they have about 15 of them, and they were preparing to distribute the product throughout all 15 stores and counting. But we were able to stop that. But now we're here at this store. And,
You know, I almost forgot. Mr. Lee talked about it. They have 15 stores. This was just the first store. And their vision was to be able to put it in all 15 of their locations. Now I'm going to the second location at this particular time, but he had a very strong marketing plan, so to speak, on how to promote the brand and how he was going to distribute it. His frustration and his unwillingness to apologize was because of the vision that he had that we were able to prevent from coming to fruition. 15 stores, but that's where it starts. It starts small. If you neglect it and you don't address it, it's going to continue to grow. And so we wanted to start, and we wanted to kill it while it was small. And that's what we were able to do.
So now we're here at this store, and as you can see, the other store was connected to a beauty salon. this store is connected to a liquor store. And so I just want to educate everyone exactly how they strategically place their beauty supply stores and exactly who they're targeting. And so we have to be aware of this and understand the importance of using a professional line of product. And so there's more to come that I'll be sharing with you, ladies and gentlemen, but I just wanted to share the journey with you to just let you know how serious we are about keeping our product out of supply stores. Come on this journey and let's meet his wife. Come with us.
Oh, you are all influence, okay?
Yeah.
You from the company.
Yes.
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Yeah, how we cannot sell in like a retail store?
How you can sell?
Yeah, why?
It's for professional use only. So don't
I know influence company make money is a business, right?
Yes, it is.
More money make is a business. So.
Not necessarily. All money is not good money, Mrs. Lee.
But this is the real money. There's nothing okay to just money.
Yes, I just had to share and educate Mrs. Lee, but we didn't record much of this because this was going in the wrong direction with Ms. Lee because she was not as professional as Mr. Lee. At the same time, she didn't want to take my check. She asked me how did she know if it was any good. At the end of the day, we retrieved it. She took the check. It cleared. We cleared all of our merchandise out of their stores. We're for professionals, by professionals, and we are going to continue to remain true to you, the professional cosmetologists and barbers. So thank you for your time. You all have a great day.